Yes, people them. So now I've decided that I'm going to be consistently posting. These aren't still like my final videos. It's just that I'm gonna be more consistent. I'm gonna try post every single trading day. Yes, every single trading day. Like even if I'm not placing a trade, I'm losing a trade, like I'm winning a trade, I'm gonna post regardless. Even if I don't enter a trade, I'm still gonna post regardless. So expect a lot of consistency. This ain't the final product of this channel. Every single video that I post is gonna be deleted because I do have a standard that I want to start posting at when I actually do wanna, properly marketing and taking this stuff seriously. But for now, I'm just getting my name on the algorithm a bit, and then all these videos are gonna be deleted. So like, subscribe, comment, do all of that stuff. Tell your brethren, tell your friends, whatever. But this video is going to be a pre-market analysis. I've literally done, like, I haven't looked at the charts at all. So what you're going to be seeing is going to be the first reaction, like my first thoughts, everything. So yeah, if you're interested, if you like it, what you see, like and subscribe. I'm probably even going to buy or fund it and then just like pass it as this series goes along. I'm probably going to call it like Forex or crypto trapping. So yeah, like and subscribe, do all of that stuff. Let's just get straight into it. Now, if I'm being super real, this week was actually a very much dry week. The only trade that I got this previous week was actually this one, which was literally because of this liquidity sweep here. So price has swept this liquidity. I was looking for either this liquidity to be swept or this one to be swept. And then around New York open times, we had this liquidity sweep. We pushed up, causing this inverse fair value gap, came back, respected it. I started to see that it was respecting it. Entered here, and then, targeted this drawing liquidity here. This drawing liquidity here, so. And then I literally just left my stop loss where it was, and then just pushed up. That's literally it. Now, bear in mind, I have not done any sort of chart work in advance for this video, so I'm going to be giving you my first insight on it. So obviously we're going to start off on the higher time frame. We're gonna remember, I only trade NAS and the S&P. So NAS right now, what would I say? We've kind of swept this liquidity here. Are we bullish? We might be a bit bullish on NAS, because to be honest, we haven't fully, actually no, there is no. Actually, we have kind of. It seems like we're kind of like glitching, from disrespecting this imbalance. So I want to see a more clear disrespectment of this imbalance there. Equally, I feel like we've also, we have swept these liquidities here, and we've respected this imbalance. Have we? Have we? Did we tap into it? Yes, we have. So we have respected this imbalance, taken out, these liquidation areas here, here and here. And we've pushed up. We're starting to now disrespect this imbalance. So potentially, we could have a reversal to these next areas here now, here, and potentially here. And then obviously, because NAS and the S&P 500 kind of correlate, you would expect the same thing-ish for the S&P 500. Let's see if we have any longer time frame SMTs between the two. No, not really. It's not really like an SMT because they have both taken up this low. It's just that the S&P 500 is a bit lower, but nevertheless, it still has taken out the low. So now, do we have any other SMTs? No, we don't. I was gonna say has the S&P 500 taken out this low, but actually hasn't. But nevertheless, it still does look a bit bullish. I just want to see this area potentially if we get like a close, a proper close above here. We could be in for some bullish displacement now. Let's go on the 4 hourly. 4 hourly, we still have these draws on liquidities here, which could potentially get taken before we push even higher. So that is something to take into consideration. We have these relative equal lows here. Let me just get rid of that. I'm gonna actually just bring this down here. I'm gonna change it to an inverse fair value because it kind of has already been disrespected. It's just I want it to be more clear. I don't like how it's being disrespected and coming back down. I just want it to be, have a strong displacement up. But nevertheless, it has been disrespected. That is kind of a bullish indication already. So other than that, we do have these relative equal lows. Like I said, we could come down, sweep it, potentially use that as a confluence to go up. So that is a nice area to potentially target. Equally, we have these 15-minute imbalances here. Want to see maybe price react to that. Sweep these equal lows, come up, come back down, take these lows, whatever. Like, obviously, I'm not saying I'm immediately going to enter off of this. It's just stuff to be wary of, as you're trading, as you're looking at the charts. Will price disrespect this? Price disrespects this. That suggests that, we're potentially bearish because we are disrespecting bullish order flow. And then, depending if price displaces above this, we might be strongly bullish, etc. If we have just a liquidity sweep, might be bearish, Equally, we do have these relative equal highs now as well here. So that is something to take into consideration. Are we just going to sweep these highs and then come back low, or are we going to displace above these highs? And then yeah. So that's pretty much it for the NAS 100. I don't really want to go any lower because if I start going lower, it'll be a bit pointless because I mainly go lower to look for entries. But right now I'm just trying to get an overall direction. So I'll say for now my overall direction is bullish, but then again that could change. Price could sweep these liquidities and then go lower, vice versa. Could sweep these liquidities and then go higher. And then there's not really much of a point of me looking at the S&P 500 because they are basically the same thing. Not basic, yeah, no, it is basically because they are not direct correlations. They are just similar correlations. As for crypto, this ain't really, actually I can do what the fuck I want. This is a crypto video now. As for crypto, there's not really much going on for crypto. Hold on, I'll get back to you with crypto. All right, now this is clearer for crypto. So like I said, you guys who don't really trade crypto might not understand this, but this is, what I use to look at the crypto markets. As for crypto now, like I said, I still have not done any pre-market analysis. We are definitely in a bearish trend. However, price has just curved up. We have had this daily divergence here between here and here. So that is a bullish confluence as well as the green dots. And we are now, it looks like the momentum is now starting to curve back into the bullish side of things. However, the money is still strongly red. It is still strongly red. So potentially, I do want to see this, downtrend line start to break a bit, It is very extremely bullish. I mean, I'm bearish. We still are in a bearish zone, so I don't want to be entering bullish trades in a bearish environment. But, other than those two confluences, which I've just stated, I would say for now with crypto, we are still a bit bearish. If I go on the 4-hourly, there is not too much really going on. There isn't enough money coming in for me to say that there is about to be a massive break. Rather, there is just more signs of bearishness than bullishness for crypto right now. Being brutally honest with myself. Yes, I am holding a fair decent amount of Bitcoin, so I would want it to go up, but if we are to be brutally honest, it is looking kind of fitty right now, as well as with Ethereum. There's not really much going on to say, a lot of good stuff about it. So, yeah. Let's look at some altcoins. Yeah, there's not really much going on. So, I would say that is pretty much the video done. Please, guys, like and subscribe. Gonna be consistent 2025. Get me? Consistency beats talent. Thank you for watching.